What's up, everyone? This is for all my parents who are looking to save a little bit of money in this crazy economy. I'm going to show you how to cut your son's hair at home for free. I'm going to start off by brushing out his hair, and I'm going to use these super affordable clippers that I got from Andis, and I'm going to close it all the way. I know that I want a high fade, so I'm going to take that all the way up to the middle of that cup in the back of his head. Now I'm going to open it all the way up and use it with no guard still on open and start flicking up so I can create a fade effect. I leave a little strip at the top so that I can blend it in and have a smooth transition between his fade and the hair left on top of his head. I usually braid that hair or twist it so it just has a seamless look afterwards. So I'm going to use a zero guard so that I can have a smoother blend with that transition. So basically we have a complete close, no guard, complete open, no guard, and then a zero guard, and I believe I have it completely closed. So I'm using the Andis T outliner so that I can clean up the bottom and give it more of like that baby's bottom feeling, and then I'm going back in with my clippers so that I can clean up anything that was left so it could be nice and seamless. And then I'm using those T liners to line up the front of his head and give him a nice little lineup. The blade on these trimmers are super sharp, so be very careful, but looks like we're all done with customer number one. I like to start with youngest to oldest, and this is my second to last child. So I did the same thing that I did with the last one. I started with the trimmers, then I had my clippers completely closed, and now they're completely open and I'm flicking up. Now I'm using a 1 or 1.5 to basically go in the same direction of where his hair grew, and I went in and I faded with a zero guard on. And it's pretty easy to fade. I just think that you kind of have to have like a mental map of where the lines on their head is separated in sections of their head shape. The bottom is gonna be your shortest, and then you just go up from there in sections. So here I am starting off with the trimmers, of course. I have my clippers closed, and I let their head shape kind of guide me to where I need to start that transition, and I bring that all the way up because I want that to be a higher fade and clean. Now I have my clippers open and I'm doing a flicking motion all the way up because, like I said, this is going to be a higher fade. So I'm just starting that transition there. I have the half guard, and I'm using that to fade into the hair that I'm leaving at the top of his head, and then I'm going in with a zero to smooth out that transition. And here I go, just giving him a lineup with those trimmers. You really don't need too many accessories to cut your kid's hair at home, and it comes out pretty decent. They get compliments, they be getting compliments, and they tell them that their mama cuts their hair. So I usually use the Fade Master clippers from Andis, the silver ones, and they were like $100 something, but they broke, and I just haven't gotten new ones yet. So this is like my backup. These clippers are actually not even that expensive at all, and I'm still able to do a pretty decent job just using the clippers that I have. You really don't need expensive equipment to get it done. I am gonna upgrade at some point because I do want to cut down on time. It takes me about like 2 hours to cut 5 of them up. So if you have like one child, it'll probably take you like 20-30 minutes. If you're a super beginner, you really don't know what you're doing, it'll probably take you a little bit longer. But as you start learning their hair, you'll start like having a mental map on how you're going to cut it. It's harder the more hair they have, because doing like this little fade and then keeping hair on their head, there's a lot of blending that you have to do. I didn't do the greatest on this one, but the ones I've done after this have been so much better, because I've been watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. But overall, I'm self-taught and I figured it out myself. I am a jack of many trades. I just like to learn how to do stuff on my own and save money. So if you want to save money, go ahead and give it a try. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini tutorial. If you want a more detailed one, just let me know and I will make one. Bye.